Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Gabe Strong, a video producer and DP based in Juneau, Alaska. I know this is my first video in a while. I'll have more on that later. But first, I thought I'd give you all a quick glimpse of production life in Alaska. Not long ago, on a nice day, I was out on a shoot and I saw another local production guy. He had his Canon C500 on what was at first glance an easy rig, but when I looked a little closer, it appears that this isn't the case. Maybe I'm wrong. If anyone here recognizes this, let me know what it is and where you purchase it. Easy rigs are found at most rental houses, but with no rental houses anywhere close, some of us resort to total home-built solutions. Now I've been planning to go on a trip for a while, but before I left, I had a quick video that I needed to produce. This was a simple short video promoting an upcoming event. The assignment was just to shoot an interview talking head and throw in a couple B-roll shots and end with a logo. The location I had to shoot was in a conference room with windows behind and to the side of the interview subject. As you can see in this frame, if I exposed correctly for the outside, her face was a little dark. Fortunately, these days many of the chip-on-board LED lights allow you to switch your color temperature to match either indoor or outdoor lighting. So with just a Nanlite 60B, I could throw a little fill light in and make it look just fine.
Gunish Chish to the medical providers who have gotten us through these last several years of the pandemic here in Southeast. It has not been easy. And at Healing Hand Foundation and Search, we recognize that it's time to come together, honor our providers who have done so much for us. We've developed 3 different award categories, including the Visionary, Community, and Provider of the Year Award.
And now to the reason I haven't posted for a while. Once I was finished with that video, it was time to head off on a trip. And if you are a freelancer, you can guess what comes next. Yep, it's time for a client to give me a call about a job. I'm not lying when I say I'm fairly certain every time I decide to take a break and leave town, I will get a call about work. Luckily for me, this job starts the day after I get back to town, and it will just mean that I need to do some Zoom meetings while I am on my trip. It is actually part 2 of my previous job that I showed in vlog 14. So anyways, it's not a huge deal. I just find it funny how it works. You can literally have no work for several months, but then when you go to leave town, someone's going to call you. I have told quite a few people that my new marketing strategy is going to be, whenever I can't find work, I'll just plan a trip and leave town. So what kind of trip do you go on if you're from Juneau and there's only 40 miles of road in your town? Why, a road trip, of course. Now, because the job will be starting right after I get home, I decided to order one of the Sony UWP D27 mic systems, which I used as a rental item in my last vlog number 14. If I order it while I'm on my trip, it will be shipped in time and should be there waiting for me when I get home. But B&H is having one of their holidays where they won't ship anything for several days. I find another place online which says call for stock availability, so I call. They tell me they don't have the UWP D27 in stock, but they do have the D26, which has a lav mic and a plug-in transmitter instead of 2 lav mics. As long as I have 2 audio sources, I should be good, so I order it. Headed back home now, and for a short bit of time, I'm above all the rain clouds that surround Juneau. Once I get home and pick up my microphone system, I find out that I made a big mistake. The UWP D26 only allows you to send audio from one of the 2 mics at a time. So don't be like me. If you need 2 audio sources, insist on the D27. I'm packing this one up to send back to them, and they can send me the D27 once they get it into stock. All right, headed to the first shoot. I'm doing a live stream plus shooting B-roll. So I've got a drone, a gimbal, a couple PTZ cameras, a joystick, the MacBook Pro to run the live stream from, as well as the FX6, Easy Rig, and tripods, multiple tripods. I think I have 3 of them back there. Lighting, and yeah, a little bit of everything on this one. Soren will be hopefully landing soon. He was delayed again because it is very windy outside, and he was supposed to get in an hour and a half ago, and he has not landed yet. So he's supposed to land in about 30 minutes, hopefully, knock on wood. So I will talk to you again in a little bit when I get to my location. So here's the first location. I've loaded most of the gear in. Haven't set it up yet, but you can see it there on the table. And now here's most of the stuff set up. Got a couple PTZ cameras on tripods. There's the FX6 and a bunch of my cabling for the PTZ cameras, a audio interface, and my MacBook Pro running Wirecast. And you can see a couple of different camera angles I've got set up for the PTZs, and the lower thirds coming in via New Blue Tidler live broadcast. Got some graphics I made. Also got a mirrorless camera on a gimbal along with the joystick controller and my Stream Deck there. So I'm trying to run a lot of things today. And here's a look at the live cast itself. You can see a wide shot on the left, and the preview in the program. We've got a tight shot on the speaker. And when I get everything set up on the live stream, I also have my FX6 doing a medium shot on the speaker. Once I have that shot set, I can grab the gimbal and run around and get B-roll if needed. Convergence, it's a new buzzword, doing lots of different tasks at one meeting. There's Soren over there with the Easy Rig shooting B-roll for me as well. Lucky for me, Soren showed up about 10 minutes before this event started, and he was ready to go. He also brought the UWP D27 system, so my little ordering snafu didn't come back to hurt us. Here's Rich shooting stills, and Rich actually shoots on film as well as digital and does some great work with film, so that was pretty neat to see. So this turned out to be a pretty neat job, 3 days of work plus another day of pre-production. We've got an interview setup going here, a nan light with a Fresnel attachment as the hair light, and another nan light with a softbox and grid as the key. 2 camera setups, Soren running them there while I'm getting some BTS footage. Cameras are locked down, so it's not a big deal. We got stuff on the table there in the way, Easy Rig and a gimbal and so on. We also did a lot of event style coverage, both locked down on tripod and mounted on Easy Rigs. We had 2 Easy Rigs this time, so we were both on Easy Rigs here in the events hall, running around shooting footage. Here we've got the children's dance group going to perform on Indigenous Peoples Day, so pretty neat event. And now for the big reveal. Rich stayed up late editing a bunch of this footage that we shot and putting it together into a video that we're showing here at the event. Kind of interesting seeing your work up on multiple big screens all over the events hall. All in all, everything went great, and I couldn't have asked for a better job to work on or a better group of people to work with. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.